Why he fighting this? Why? What is his goal?
Do you understand the words that come out of my mouth?
Welcome back to the Immigrant section. I'm your host, Abbas Wahab. In the studio today, we got my boy, Marito Antonio Lopez.
Yeah.
What's going on, brother?
Buddy, just chilling, man.
Does anyone ever say the Antonio part?
Yeah, a lot of people.
You prefer it?
Well, like, stage just Marito Lopez. But, dude, I wish motherfuckers could say my full name on stage.
Oh.
You know? Marito Antonio Lopez Duran.
They get lost at that middle
They
one,
get
right?
lost, bro.
I was just talking to Faraz about that. Like, there's some names that, like, hosts have nightmares about, you know?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, man.
They'll confirm it with you right before. Like, Marito Antonio Lopez. Okay, perfect. And
Yeah,
then, like,
they're always-
10 seconds later, Marito, give it up for Marito!
Yeah, man, but I wish people would say my full name. But it's just shorter, too. It's simple, you know? And it still sounds mad Latino as fuck.
Yeah, it's sick as fuck.
Yeah,
dude.
Marito Lopez.
I love it, man. Every time I hear it, in my mind, I hear dun 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 dun.
Bullfighting shit, bro.
What's going on, man? How are you? Thanks for
Narco
coming
shit,
through, man.
bro.
I appreciate you coming out here, man.
Yeah, bro. Thank you. Yeah,
Well,
man. You live in the most ethnic fucking part of Toronto.
That's what's up, bro. Trying
This
to get
isn't
this
even
rent.
Toronto.
I'm trying to get that. Hey, don't blow me up. I got a rep with my listeners and watchers that I'm living in Toronto. It's Toronto.
Yo, bro.
It is Toronto.
lot of black people up here.
Yeah,
That's
right.
what I'm talking about, my
It's
dude.
north, but it's still Toronto.
Bro, it's Jamaica.
It is ethnic, yes. You know, it is.
This is where we at, my dude. I saw a
Best
few.
jerk chicken around here, though.
Yo, I saw a few whites walking around. I was like, yeah.
Did they look unsafe?
Unsafe whites.
Oh,
That's when you
shit.
know you're in an ethnic part,
Yeah, right. They're just living amongst the other like refugees.
bro. Yeah,
Like, oh,
bro.
shit.
Ethnic whites are fucking terrifying. my dude.
Totally unpredictable.
Yeah, you don't know what the fuck they'll do. They got shit to prove.
And the system is behind them. You know,
Exactly.
it's like a bad cop. You
Yo,
know? You don't
1000.
know what the fuck they're capable of.
Yeah, bro. Ethnic whites, don't fuck with them.
We were talking upstairs, and you said that you had the craziest. We were talking about office jobs randomly, and you said you had the craziest job back. So you grew up in Calgary.
I
From
grew
El
up in
Salvador.
Calgary.
You grew up in Calgary.
Northeast Calgary. Shout out to the Northeast.
Shout out to the
Ba,
Northeast.
ba, ba.
N.E.
N.E. motherfucker. Yeah, I grew up there. My family immigrated to Northeast Calgary in 1991 because of the Civil War that was happening out there.
Shit.
Motherfuck Ronald Reagan. Motherfuck George Bush Sr.
Motherfuck Dre. Motherfuck Snoop.
Motherfuck
Death
all that
Row. Yeah.
as a motherfucking record label and as a motherfucking studio.
Oh,
all that shit. But yeah, bro. So I grew up in Calgary, my dude. Yeah, I love that city. I used to hate it. I used to fucking hate.
Is it you had to leave to realize you loved it?
Yeah, 1,000.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
how
you
it is,
always
right?
have to leave home
Yeah,
to realize
always.
that, like, oh shit, that's where my roots are. That's where I fucking became, like, me.
That's how I feel about. I grew up in London, Ontario. It's only 2 hours away from here.
Yeah.
Much smaller than Calgary. Calgary is a straight up city. It's huge, fucking spread out city. But London, yeah, I left it for university and then moved to the States. And when I was in university, I was like, man, I go back to London. I'm like, man, fuck this, man. It's so white here. It's so this and that, dude.
Dude, that's what I thought
And-
about Calgary.
And then years go by, and and then now when you're in London or whatever, Calgary,
Yeah.
you drive by your public school, you drive by your high school, you remember all that shit. And
Bro, you know what
realize-
I did the last time I went home? Is I fucking, it was during the summer. Yo, bro, I've been to Calgary a lot.
Well, you're
in
performing
the
out there
past,
so
like,
much now.
In the past 2 years. Because I was
Now it's
out there in
paid.
the summertime. Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
I was out there in the summertime and I walked from my elementary school
Yeah.
all the way to my fucking high school. That's like a 3-hour walk. And I just
Just to
walked it.
reminisce?
Yeah, man. Just to like go see home, just to go
Holy
feel
shit.
like, I felt like I left something there. There was a lot of like pain and unforgiveness back home. Right?
Do you have like were you bullied a lot? Because you're a small dude. Did you have a lot of bully
No.
issues when you were in, or were you funny and you got out of it because of
I was that little dude in
Yeah.
every crew that talks the most shit.
Yeah.
And then I was always a popular guy, but I always felt like mad. I felt it though. Even though like I didn't allow myself to get bullied,
Yeah.
I did feel small and like weak. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But I wouldn't allow myself to get bullied because of my mouth.
Okay. Yeah,
I always
got
had
you.
the gift of jab,
Just like Chappelle said,
Yeah, well, exactly. Yeah, I always just knew how to
So you can operate, you can survive, right?
Yeah, 1,000. But that gets me into trouble, bro.
Were you like a class clown, always fucking up?
Mad
or
class clown.
Suspended a lot and shit?
Yeah, I was a bad kid.
Yeah?
Yeah, I was a bad kid. But I was a bad kid who was really good at heart. So that it always felt fake. It was like like when
You were lashing out kind of thing?
I was lashing out. You know when a kid is full of steam and you can just tell, like, yo, bro, the
Like
only
bent
thing,
up energy, you mean?
Yeah, the only thing to get rid of that is to just be yourself. And I was constantly not myself.
And no one tells you that. A lot of times, no one ever tells you that shit. You just got to figure out and look back and see what the problem was.
And I see myself now as like, oh, like now that I'm maturing as a man, it's like, oh, fuck, like, yo, every time I catch myself not being me, I'm like, oh, fuck. You're reacting to some shit that happened years ago.
100.
Like
Dude.
past trauma is everything that makes like adults either angry.
Evolve.
Well, like,
Oh, you're talking about when at a young age.
I'm saying like when you feel anger or like sorrow or resentment as an adult, you're usually holding on to things that you were feeling as a kid. So then when you like get into the moment or like you sit yourself down and then you realize that shit isn't existent, like it doesn't exist in the present.
It's weight that you're like on your mind that you haven't removed this baggage.
Exactly. But once you get rid of that weight, bro, that's when you evolve.
Dude, that's amazing that you say that. Pretty much, so like a couple years ago, my brother passed away, right?
Oh,
and
fuck.
that was the mark of me leaving corporate.
Yeah.
Because he passed away, funeral happens, all that, and I go back to my job in a cubicle.
Yeah.
And I'm already doing mics at this point, you know?
Yeah.
And when I went back that first day, I remember going back to that cubicle and just being like, oh my God, I could die. Like, you realize your mortality. That's the moment where a lot of the shit where I was like, fuck all this. I can just be honest. I don't like this at all. I don't want to do this.
Yeah,
you know,
bro.
sometimes it takes crazy tragedy to make you think of those things that you just said, make you look back and throw the baggage off, right?
Yeah, bro. This last, like, because, like, I told you that, like, people know that I have I struggle with drinking and stuff, right?
You're sober now, right?
Yeah. But the last time that I relapsed, because I'm going on to 7 months right now.
Yeah.
Because I had 3 months.
What was your thing, alcohol?
I had 3 years. But then I just constantly kept falling back. And it's because of that, like, past trauma that I'm telling you about. But now that I'm, like, starting to let go of it, I'm, like, becoming stronger and I can do this now.
What's usually the thing that, like, will fuck up a good streak of sobriety for
Bro, like regret. Do you know what I mean? A bombing.
hard
Because
bombing?
it feels like it's the ultimate form of rejection.
Oh,
And,
absolutely.
Like my heart can't take rejection. Because I'm still holding on to that little kid heart, right? And like a little kid's heart is like, yo, man, it's fragile. But now that I'm like letting go of that shit, I'm starting to have a man's heart. And it's like, oh, rejection is part of life. Suffering is part of life.
It's inevitable. Yeah.
It's inevitable, bro.
It's how you handle it.
Yeah, that's how you just got to learn how to cope with it and how to be like a fucking man.
So what was the thing that, like, you always go back to drinking? If you fall off, is it drinking? Was drugs your thing? Was it just you just had an addictive personality?
Alcohol. Yeah, it's addictive personality, but I was like an alcoholic.
Yeah, you were going hard in
Hard,
Calgary.
bro.
In Calgary?
In Calgary and Toronto, bro. It follows you.
Was it a
doesn't
moment?
matter.
Did you have one of those like famous like what's it called? Bottom of the barrel, or not even that, rock bottom?
Rock bottom,
moment?
bro. I've had a million.
Yeah?
I've had a million rock bottoms, but this last one.
Yeah.
This last one that was in the summer, like, bro, I went to go hide in my house that we were moving out of. And it was fucking garbage.
'Cause you didn't
It
want
was
to leave
trash. I was just dying. I was just like, I can't do this again. But then my mom called me and she was like, I called my mom actually and I told her what was up. And usually when I tell her that I like fell,
Yeah.
she cries. But this time she didn't cry. Right? And she's like a strong Latina woman. She was like, Marito, if anyone has proven to me that you can like get out of this, it's you. You know? So she didn't cry and then that gave me strength. And bro, that's, you know, that cubicle
Yeah.
you were talking about? In comedy, I felt that cubicle. I was like, yo, bro, I can't just sit here in like, you know, like how comedians are always like, why did this person get that?
Why didn't I get it?
Why isn't Just for Laughs fucking with me? Why isn't the festivals fucking with me? Why aren't these bookers doing that? And I'm like, yo, I feel like I'm trapped in a cubicle. For real. Like, in comedy. I'm already following my dream.
This was years into it.
Yeah, bro. Like, and it felt like my dream became a cubicle because I was waiting on these bookers, on these agents, on these, you know,
You were
on the
trapped by
industry.
this- yeah.
To
Your
like,
ambition was somehow trapping you.
yeah,
Like
to recognize me. And then, but recently I was like, yo, bro, I can't wait for nobody. I'm finna do this shit by myself.
like no one's coming.
Nobody's coming,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Ain't nobody coming. The only person that got me out of that fucking rock bottom was my mom.
Fuck.
And then but then after
Shout
my
out
mom,
to-
yeah, exactly.
shout
Shout
out
out
to
to
Mama
Maria
Lopez.
Esperanza, bro. But after that,
Even better, man.
my mom showed me that now it's up to you. You know what I mean? Not even God is gonna wait for you, because God gives you the gift of life, but that's it, bro. You got to figure it out for the rest.
When you had that mentality switch, did things switch for you in comedy?
Yeah, bro. Like, well, right now, man, I'm doing most of my things independent. And, bro, I know this might sound whack, but, like, even though Yucks is, like, an employer or whatever,
Yucks is like the big chain of comedy clubs
Yeah.
in Canada, the biggest one, pretty much.
Yeah, I'm using them. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, you're the raw talent. They
yeah,
can't
I'm the
exist
talent.
without you.
They can't exist without me.
Yeah.
None of these clubs can exist without what we're doing,
They want you to think that their platform is the only way for you to eat.
No.
So it's like,
which is fucked up.
Yeah.
Which is fucked up because it's like, get out of here. Yo, man, if you're not like actually putting food on my parents' table, and,
yeah,
like,
you're not doing enough.
then you ain't doing shit for me.
Yeah, don't tell me what to do.
Don't tell me what to do.
And just for reference, in Canada, there's pretty much Yuck's comedy is like the big chain in Canada for comedy clubs. There's also Absolute Comedy has some stuff.
Yeah.
And those are the big two. And like in Toronto, you can't play the one club if you play the other.
Yeah.
It's some of this stupid like dog eats his own tail type of shit. Like in
Yeah.
LA, you could play the Comedy Store, the Improv, the Laugh Factory
Yeah.
the same night. There's none of this, oh, your people can't do our shit. Then it's like, why are you closing gates for no reason?
Yeah, man. You don't want
It's
your
old
artist
shit.
to get like better.
Yeah, it's
and that's all
old
it is,
shit.
bro. That's all. Like, they have to understand. It's like, yo, man, the only reason I'm on your stage is so I could get better.
You are a capsule for me. Don't think for a second that I'm trapped within your system.
Yeah,
I'm
1000.
gonna live without you. You can't live without us.
Yeah, 1000%, bro. I'll figure it out. I've been figuring it out.
And you're going out fucking west, like what? Like a month, a couple weeks?
Yeah, bro.
A month
going
and a half
out,
of dates?
going out west. But back to your question though, like when I before comedy, I
Yeah.
was also that way. I was always figuring it out. Like, bro, I used to work at an office job.
Yeah. The one you were saying?
Yeah, downtown Calgary, and like it was an EPC company, so engineering, procurement, construction.
Okay, I know about that.
Yeah, in downtown Calgary, and I got the job through another comedian. Right, this is when I just started.
You're doing mics at the time, working a job in the day.
Yeah, crazy mics, right? And dude, I started off as a mail boy. We only had one floor.
Yeah.
And then they were like, yo, we also need you to order coffee and like office supplies.
Be the assistant, essentially.
Basically, like I was, I was like just a mail boy.
Errand boy, like an errand
I was an
boy.
errand boy,
Yeah.
but then they were like, you know what? We need you to basically be an office coordinator, but we're not going to pay you.
Yeah, we need you to do more and nothing's going to change.
And nothing's going to change, bro. I started doing that, right? And then we started getting more floors.
And they tell you, we're very proud of the improvement you have. We're going to bless you with this more responsibility because we think you're up for it.
Dude, that's how they
you know?
were like talking to me.
Yeah. And you're
You
like,
know?
oh, I did a good thing. I did a good thing.
And I was a young kid, so I was just like, yeah, I'll do it. And then, bro, I had to get a team.
Yeah.
Yo, I was the office manager.
Oh, you had a team under you?
Yeah. Bro, I had
nothing
to,
changed?
Yeah. Well, then eventually, like, my friend and my boss, who was really cool, she came up to me and she was like, Marito, I need you to ask me for a raise.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So it was overdue. You were just a very nice guy. You weren't, I'm assuming you weren't confrontational. You weren't like, you had the mentality that they will come to me when I'm ready. They will give me a raise when I have proved it. When you already had proved it, you just need to ask them.
Well, yeah, but like also I just didn't care because I was like, this was just a day job.
Oh, comedy was already took over the mind.
Comedy already took over. But then she's like, I need you to ask me for a raise. And at that point, I was only making like 32 a year, right?
Oh, it was a full-time salary job.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she was like, I need you to ask me for a raise. I didn't know how office politics worked, bro. Right? So I was just like, I don't know. And she's like, write a number down and give it to me, and I'll give it to you.
You were so underpaid and valuable, I could tell.
So underpaid, bro. But I remember I talked to my best friend about it, and he was like, bro, you're only making 32? And he was like a good engineer at that point. So he's like, you have to ask for like 70,000 a year. Like you're making a big decisions for them.
Yeah, okay, got
Right?
it. I like your boy, whoever told you that.
Yeah,
you gotta
bro.
go big.
Yo, dude,
you gotta
my
go big.
dude, I used to like I used to go to like meetings with Staples, Grandin Toy,
Big clients.
big clients, and like and like these white dudes in suits, and then
Yeah.
I was this little guy
Yeah,
in Tim's, you know.
Oh, and a suit?
Yeah, and then they would take me. They would take me to like Stampeders games, Flames games,
All that box seats and shit.
all that shit, just to get my business, our business.
You're eating
And
hors d'oeuvres.
I had a BlackBerry. I had my own BlackBerry. Like I was the man.
I'm making 32. All of it.
Just 32. But then I wasn't like, I didn't have enough courage to ask for 70.
too much,
So
yeah.
I just asked for 45.
And they
that's
gave you
that
it on-
immigrant mentality.
Yeah.
You know, like,
yeah.
I
I don't want to make trouble. That's why
Exactly.
if you ever rear-end someone, the best case scenario is that it's like a refugee or an immigrant. Because they think they're in trouble.
Yeah.
If you hit them, they're like, oh, no, nothing, please. I like, you know what I mean? And
Yo,
they dip.
yeah.
You got to get rid of that. White people take it the total opposite, you know?
Oh, yeah. They're like-
I'm not at fault in this situation.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take this situation for a ride.
Oh, yeah. 1,000.
You know, they exploit.
Yeah.
Which is what we should. I mean, you gotta look out for your own interest. Nobody else will. Like you said, nobody is coming.
Ain't
Nobody
nobody
is coming. But your boy is smart though. Asking
Yeah.
for 70 because you know how like when someone gets like hot coffee spilt on their lap and they sue, they always ask for like 50 million because they're trying to get like 8. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? You
Yeah.
gotta start high
You do.
so you can end up at something decent. So if your boy said 70, they would be like, come, Marito, I mean,
Yeah.
let's talk. I mean, we could do the most we can do is 54 or something like that.
Yeah.
And it would have been more than that, right?
Yeah, bro.
But it's just awkward to ask for
It's
more than
so
double.
awkward. I don't know, and I still sort of have that. But like lately, I've just been like growing into my own. So like I'm starting to like break that mentality. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because you're such a killer on stage now. Your
Thank
worth
you,
is
man.
visible.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah, man. After every show I have you on, people are just like, man.
Yeah.
There's a level of talent where people are confused why that talent is in Toronto. That's the weirdly
yeah.
ironic thing where people think like there's a cap to the talent we can have in Toronto. Like
Yeah, and I
if you're
think
better
that's-
than that, you need to go to X or Y. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro. Like, man, I fucking hate that because like so many like other artists have shown that you can do such great things like Drake,
Drake's
Weeknd,
done so much
fucking
for
Justin
Toronto.
Bieber, like all these Canadian artists, like, you know,
I
like,
recently heard Drake is like responsible for, I forget if it was 2 or 4% of Toronto's economy.
bro, how crazy is that?
Yeah, right?
Probably more than that. Come on,
For sure. Do you see him being mayor in the next 15 years?
bro. I feel like he could.
Just to do it. Just
Just
as,
to
like,
do it. He
just
could
to
run
do
for
it.
mayor.
He would, and everybody would vote for him because they would all be voting age by that time.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
all
like-
of us.
Yeah. And we would all vote for him. We'd be like, "Do you remember Nonstop off
Yeah.
Scorpion? You have my vote."
Yeah, bro. 1,000. I think more rappers got to start doing that.
I hope some comics start blowing up out of here. You know
Oh,
what I mean,
dude,
Because we got killers here.
We have killers, bro. And I'm talking about like the fucking old guard, man. I'm talking about Rob Pugh, Dave Hempstead, Sean Lecomber, Chris Gordon, Kate Davis, Sandra Badalini, Merhej. Bro, Merhej is
Merhej
God.
broke through. Merhej broke through though. He made it.
He did, but bro, like he deserves more.
He's still young and he's still going up.
Yeah,
though. So
man.
it's,
He deserves way
He broke
more.
through though. Of all the people that you just said, you would say he broke through
For
wouldn't you say?
1,000.
He's on a US TV
Bro, he's
show.
on a US TV show that the main actor won a Golden Globe.
Yeah, Rami.
Rami, bro.
Yeah, man, that show's great.
That's fire, and that's all brown people.
Love it.
How fucking fire is that?
I love it, man.
All brown people.
Bro,
Muslims.
When I watch that show, there's so much because he's from Egypt. I'm from Sudan. There is so much overlap. When I watched episode 1 of Rami, I was literally almost like applauding, just like alone watching this thing. Like, oh my God, he did it. Like, he depicted the things I've never seen depicted. Like,
Yeah.
he went and shot episodes in Egypt and showed it as it is. And it's
Yeah.
like, holy shit, you never see this.
Yeah. That's
This is
incredible.
incredible. You deserve that win for sure.
Yeah, bro. I want to start doing that with those like Salvadorian things, Central American, Latino. Because there has been stuff like, I mean, George Lopez, fucking fluffy. Like all those dudes are doing things, but it's like more of a Mexican American like
Huge Mexican population in the States that drives those killers.
Yeah, bro. And it's like I want
And you could tap into that, bro.
Bro, I want to start doing that for El Salvador.
You know tap into that. Is there a big El Salvadorian population in Calgary?
Yeah, big time.
Is that how you guys ended up there?
Yeah, because of the war, right? So a lot of the refugees from like Guatemala, El Salvador, Nicaragua, they were all sent to Western Canada.
Do you remember? How old were you when you came?
Bro, I was 4.
Okay, so you don't.
Oh, I remember everything.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, bro, because it was such a drastic change. I remember the first time like I saw a kid with a little baby with its head blown off.
You remember that vision?
I remember that shit, bro.
A baby with his head blown off?
Yeah, because there was a war. Like people were just there was dead bodies everywhere, and like the government or like.
What was that war about? Just I'm not like the best at history and stuff like that. What was the general thing of that war? Was it an invasion or was it like?
Well, it was like the fucking like the regular storyline, like conservatives versus like the socialists.
Yeah,
and like the government was conservative and like I don't know exactly what it was on, but like obviously the states was helping
the government,
the conservatives, and like they were just killing people and like
people that were trying to make a revolution. And
like guerrillas. And my dad was on that side, but like there's always like you always hear the two sides, like that the guerrillas were like bad, or the government was evil. Like
it depends on who's telling you the story,
right? That's how history works.
Yeah.
But my family was on the guerrilla side.
Fuck yeah, bro.
Yeah, bro.
That's how you get that comedic blood, man. It definitely didn't come with the conservative side.
Yeah, so I saw all that shit. And I remember years later when I was in Canada, I started having nightmares that I was that kid.
What?
With the head blown off.
Legit. So you had some early PTSD.
I guess.
Bro, you 99%, actually, I'm speaking out of my ass, but I think in North America, 99.99% of people will never see a head blown off.
Yeah.
Let alone an infant's head blown off.
Yeah. An infant!
You were 4 and you don't forget it, man. That was almost 3 decades ago.
Yeah, bro. Don't forget that shit. But I remember...
What was it like when you came to Calgary?
Buddy, it was just like... It was cold. I remember it was just freezing. And I was just like, what the fuck, man? But I was excited. I was always an excited kid. But it wasn't until like... I always remember being the happiest kid, and my parents said that too. But it wasn't until I came here that I started feeling, at a young age, my dude, depression.
Legit, you remember what did you think it was? Just sadness all the time?
Yeah, I just feel like I always, I don't know. When you take a kid away from his home,
yeah,
and it's not like my parents wanted to, like they had to.
It was necessity. It was straight up refugee story.
Yeah, right? Like they had to do it, but like there was a part of me that was just hurt, because I loved home, bro. I loved El Salvador.
You were uprooted.
Yeah.
And now you're physically cold all the time.
Yeah.
In disarray. You can't speak English.
Yeah,
it's a fucking it's the craziest fucking
and I remember
feeling.
the first time I got in trouble when I didn't know a word for English when I was in school.
Do you remember what you did?
Bro, I don't remember where I put the blocks, and the teacher kept like hounding me.
She's like, no, the circle goes into the circle hole, you fucking idiot.
Yeah, bro. In front of the other kids, and I was just like crying hard. Dude, I hate that feeling.
Bro, I remember being 2 years into Canada. Like I came here when I was 6, and I remember one time in 2nd grade, the teacher asked, who could... she asked me to say the vowels.
Yeah.
And I was like, 2 years in the country.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I was like, I didn't even really know what vowels were.
Yeah.
I just knew they were letter related.
Yeah.
So I just started saying letters, and I remember the teacher saying, you don't even know your vowels. And then she laughed and the whole class laughed.
Yeah.
Everybody laughed.
Yeah, bro. How fucked up is that, dude? Kids remember that shit.
That was 98.
Yeah, my dude. DMX
I never
just
forgot it. I was just like, I was like, I'm going to fucking kill this math. I'll show you, bitch.
Yeah, bro.
DMX just came out. You're right.
DMX just came out.
Like that shit was all over. Who Let the Dogs Out? That's when I moved here.
Bro, love DMX.
Teachers, I have memories about teachers back then.
Bro.
Dude, I remember in 1st grade, I still remember this. Here, we're doing a little exercise, math, where they have a printout for each student, and they have a picture of a quarter, a nickel, and like a dime.
Yeah.
And they're like, we're doing a cent edition, right? And it's like, add this and this and this. And I remember submitting the paper, and I remember the teacher looking at another kid who just submitted theirs, And I remember her saying, she looked at what all my stuff was right.
Yeah.
And she told the other kid, he just came to this country and he gets it.
Wow. Yo, bro, teachers were fucked up.
And she had white hair in 97.
Oh.
So she was probably born in like 33 or some
Yeah,
shit like that. You know what I mean? You know?
Yeah, bro, my grade 1 teacher had a white hair too. I remember grade 4, Mrs. Elistad, she just assumed that my parents were like bad parents because like, I don't know how it came up, but my parents used to work at night.
Yeah.
Right? So my sister would take care of us
Oh,
while they were at work.
So she assumed they're alcoholics or some shit.
Yeah, she just assumed that was bad parenting. So she used to have an after-school program for immigrants. And me and my boy Jasper, who was Filipino, and we would just be there because our parents were working. You know what I mean?
So she would just be like, "There's hope," or what would she tell you? Like,
Yeah, just being like, this is in Canada. Families like usually eat dinner together, like all that shit.
Oh, legit?
Bro, Mrs. Elistad, fuck out of here.
Where was her family at? Why the fuck was she organizing this
Yeah,
shit?
man. Yeah,
What was her
exactly.
divorced ass doing there?
Yeah,
huh? Talking
exactly. I
shit.
bet she was a divorced ass, right? Doesn't have no one to go
Talking
home to.
shit.
So she's taking little immigrant kids.
Talking about the family unit. Go fuck yourself.
yeah,
you
go
know?
fuck yourself. Yeah,
Why
I
are
didn't
you
even think
here
about
with us
that.
at 6?
I think, I didn't even think about that. I'm like,
Why do you have a tan line over here?
Yeah.
You know what happened? Did he cheat on you? You just start breaking her down.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, man. It was a lot.
So you're just a troublemaker all through school.
Yeah, but not like I was a troublemaker in the sense of like.
Funny, but you're funny. You're charismatic, so you didn't get in trouble a lot,
Yeah.
but you were disrupting a lot.
I was disruptive.
Yeah,
That's what I was.
That was me too. I was
Yeah.
always that kid.
Yeah.
Because I grew up. I had 5 siblings. We lived in a little like government home with 8 people in the house.
Yeah.
And I was a middle kid, so there was like, you just make, because we grew up very religious. You just pray 5 times a day. You get A's on your test, and you just keep your mouth shut.
Yeah.
And that's how you live with the most peace.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So in school, I would just go off. That's where my whole personality was.
Yeah.
Where I could actually outlet my personality. But it was like overcorrecting. So I'd be disrupting everything. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? Just
yeah.
acting out, because at home, I got to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
And like military household, pretty much. You know what I mean?
Fuck, man.
So I was always like, I lived this double life. Right?
Yeah.
And I think you'd get this. Do you ever go back home? Because now you're in your 30s, and like you said, you let go of that baggage that was like,
Like
the reason that I act in so many ways is because some trauma I had when I was a kid. Do you ever meet people that the way they interact with you reminds you of what you used to be to these people?
all the
I said,
time.
bro, I had these friends in college who was like, college was pretty much like the end of my like, after college and getting into corporate, that's when I started realizing, oh fuck, it was all a lie kind of thing.
Yeah.
But in college, I still remember I was like the clown.
Yeah.
For so many things, I was like the clown. And then meeting people after you go full into comedy.
Yeah.
The way they treat you, you realize, oh, I was just like, I was just a jester around these. The only reason they had me around was to like, do this clown thing I was doing.
Yeah,
you know?
1,000.
And it just makes you feel like, fuck. It makes you feel shit dirty almost.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. But you know what's crazy though is that like I grew up around the funniest people. Like I honestly feel like I'm a vessel for the kids who grew up in Northeast Calgary during the 90s.
Do you remember any specific characters?
Yeah, bro. Like all
Name them.
all my friends, man. Like
Kid named Stinky, probably.
no, man. Like the Filipino kids were the shit. They always dressed fresh and they were so funny. And they would
Dance and sang.
yeah,
right?
bro. They dance, they sing, bro. Filipinos are the new black people. Straight the fuck up. They're
I've heard
so
on
talented.
podcasts that Filipino are like the sickest. They're like the most talented people.
Yeah, bro, they're fucking amazing. But I remember like there was this guy named Lester who was like a couple years older than us, but the way he talked, everybody used to talk like him. Like he always used to be like, "Yo, that's hard." You know?
That's hard?
Yeah,
Like
yo,
hard?
that's hard. Yo, get up off the floor, beat. You know? Like that's
Yeah.
how he used to talk. We used to, and now everybody talks like him in Calgary.
Lester.
Lester, bro. Lester, my dude, so Filipino. Yeah, and he used to dress fresh, and he knew about like Tribe Called Quest, all that shit.
Oh, which is like that's like the rap that the in the know people listen to.
Yeah,
you know?
bro.
Tribe, and
Tribe,
like
De La
Wu-Tang.
Soul, Wu-Tang.
Yeah. We're all listening to Tupac, Biggie. They're
Yeah.
like, man, it's all about Tribe. Bro.
Yeah, man.
You know?
And then when
That
I got
knowledge.
into Tribe, I was like, yes.
Yeah. Oh, those samples, that
Yeah.
Q-tip samples are, you can't fuck with those samples.
Oh,
They're the
dude,
best.
fucking
Low end
amazing.
theory. Ooh.
Incredible.
What was I gonna ask? Were you living in government housing for a lot of your childhood?
I was in government housing for a bit, for like I think maybe 3 years.
Okay.
Yeah, 3 years. I was in like a big government housing.
Was it just the spot where like it's like the Ellis Island or whatever for refugees? Like all the immigrants, refugees, they drop them into this. It's like white trash and refugees, immigrants.
Yeah.
And then once your family roots themselves into the community, they can move into nice rentals, kind of thing.
Yeah, that's what happened.
That's exactly what.
Yeah,
how
there
we
was
were.
like this like just government housing in. It was like a big house that a lot of families lived in.
Oh, like a straight up. What's it called? I was gonna say ghetto, but not a ghetto. Like a. What's it called? Like Queensbridge, like not a borough, but like a complex thing.
Well, it wasn't like a project.
Like 8 floors? Yeah, I was gonna say it's like 8 floors, units. Like I was thinking like a project building.
Yeah, but
like
not
that?
exactly. It was really weird.
Was it like 4 floors?
It was just a bunch of floors and like families were all there and it was all Spanish kids.
Oh, the most.
But then I remember
hallways.
the
hallways.
But then they gave you food.
Oh, of course, man.
Yeah, they gave you food. And then I remember that one day my dad just drove up in a white van or a white truck, sorry. And then he just moved us to some house.
In that day,
crazy.
he got a car for the move.
Not in that day, but like just like maybe 3 months after we moved to Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we got our own house.
Was that like everything separate, detached?
Yeah.
Like you had a lawn now.
No, it was actually super small. We used to live in small townhouses, bro.
And actually,
For a long
Calgary,
time.
you just have a driveway. You don't have to fuck with the lawns, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like no, there's a lot of suburbs, but we lived in like the hood.
Yeah,
for a
I
long
lived for
time.
10 years.
Yeah,
you know?
bro.
Yeah, I
lived
went
in
from
the
one to
hood.
the next.
Yeah, my dude.
Bro, we had 8 people living in a house that the government subsidized rent was $300 a month.
Yeah.
8 motherfuckers.
That's
in the
insane.
house.
That's insane.
We can't all be in one room at one. Like when people came by to do not even inspections, but when any officials came by, my dad would make sure that some of us were not around. 'Cause we couldn't they wouldn't even approve that many people. Like,
That's
we had
so
to pretend
funny.
less people were in the fucking house.
Yeah, I love that shit. So
Yeah.
and
It's
those
like, go play for the next couple of hours. You know? Do not come back here.
bro, that is amazing. Yo, that's the thing about immigrant parents, man, is that they were criminals, bro.
Oh, they gotta
lied
survive.
to officials like motherfuckers. I remember my mom used to smuggle in Salvadorian foods like cheese, fruits, and like she would lie.
Smuggle
to
them in?
customs. Yeah, bro. She would lie to customs. She would hide them in the luggage, like wrapped in clothes, like envelopes,
Yeah,
paper,
yeah.
like she's smuggling crack.
This is before 9/11, I'm assuming.
Bro, before 9/11.
Yeah, okay.
And I remember like the customs would be like, "You don't have any cheese in here, do you, ma'am?" And she'd be like, "No."
Yeah.
Bro, she was a G.
Yeah. No speaking English?
Yeah,
You just spoke English.
She was a thug,
There's
man.
no cheese.
She was
Did you
a
guys
thug.
go back all the time?
We used to go back like every 4 years.
Okay, so
Which is
you
like mad expensive, but
yeah, same
parents
to
worked
Sudan.
their asses off.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Every 5 years or so, because my parents were like, "You gotta see, you gotta see what the fuck you came from. We
Yeah.
can't have you forget like that
Bro.
kind of vibe."
I can never forget.
When's the last time you went?
Dude, it's been ever since comedy, I haven't gone anywhere. You know what I mean?
Do you ever dream about like having a big show there? Can you perform comedy in
Spanish? Not really. I don't know if I
Could you take that on as a challenge in the next 10 years, you think? To
Maybe.
build 20, 30 minutes in Spanish?
maybe, but I definitely do want to make enough money and like have enough freedom that I can go back whenever the fuck I want.
You will. 100%.
Yeah.
You will. It's just a matter of time.
Yeah, man, because I want to go to like do a whole Latin America thing like Che.
Yeah, dude. Che is going out there?
Well, no, I mean Che Guevara.
Oh, Che Guevara. Yeah. I was like,
Che Durena.
Yeah. I was like, what?
Yo, man, I want to change Latino
yeah.
America like Che Durena.
I was like, how do you line that up?
No, yeah, I want to do that.
Damn, that Jokes and Tokes tour is going wide. Huh? Damn, man. Pac
Yeah,
lined it
bro.
up. That's hilarious. Che Durena is another Toronto comic.
So funny.
Yeah, such a funny dude. But I was saying, like, the guy's not even Spanish. How did he fucking line that up?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
hilarious. Bro, you could pull it off. What do you think when you go back now? Like, the last time you went, you said was like a decade ago, probably?
Yeah.
What's the vibes like? Do you is it all like family just eating? Tell us about. Are you the Canada boy when you go there?
Yeah, like, because, we're me and my little brother and my sister, we're so whitewashed.
Yeah,
But I haven't been back in like almost 15 years, man. So like I can't wait to go back. And the thing is, like, I don't want to go. Like, I do want to go with my family, obviously,
Yeah.
but I want to go by myself, bro. Like, I want to go, like, I want to find some shit.
you'll do both.
Yeah, bro.
You know, there's no limit on the number of times you can go, right?
Exactly. I want to go and just see it. But dude, the fucked up thing too is that when I was drinking, I lost my passport and my ID, right? So it's been hell getting everything back. I even lost my citizenship, bro.
Wow, you know how much of a drinking problem you need to have to, first of all, decide that you should be carrying it on you?
Exactly, dude. Because you start losing
you
IDs.
shouldn't- Yeah. Why are you bringing your citizenship to the club? Because I lost my passport. You need to stop drinking.
Yo, 1,000.
You know?
And my citizenship, I was a kid. I was like a little kid.
Yeah.
On my
You're showing an
citizenship.
innocent face to the bouncer and shit.
And then the bouncer's like, yeah, they would let me in. I'm like, what the fuck? But I lost that shit, bro. It took me forever to get that
Passport,
shit back.
especially because they assume you're selling it to a Latino motherfucker, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, man, 1,000.
Bro, I straight up know people that I can name, which I obviously will not, that got into Canada like that.
Yeah.
They got in on their brother's passport,
Yeah.
came here, and then played the refugee card, and now they're landed permanent residents.
That's hilarious.
Or came in on fake passports,
Yeah.
and then literally did the exact same thing. As soon as an immigrant, you just gotta, or a refugee, you just gotta get here.
Yeah.
If you're physically in the country, the process to like naturalization is way easier than you being outside and being like, please let me in, you know?
Yeah.
Way easier.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, man. I mean, look at the life we have. Look at how fucking sick and easy and safe it is up here, man.
Yeah, man.
When you go to those countries, you realize, you don't realize how safe Canada is until you leave this country and you fly back into Pearson.
Yeah.
And you just see motherfuckers staying between the yellow lines on the road.
Yeah.
Always stopping at every light.
Yeah.
Everything is like pure, like order is so ridiculously high compared to so much of the world. You're like,
Yeah.
fuck, that's why people are like coming here by any means necessary.
Yeah, bro. We got it good, man.
We got it so good.
Yeah.
So
it's
good.
insane.
We're sitting back in a basement talking shit. That's how fucking privileged.
Drinking
the first
ginger
world-
beer?
Yeah.
Smoking hookah.
Oh, bro.
Listening to Michael Jackson on vinyl.
You know how I do it, bro. I hit him with that Thriller right before it came down.
Yeah, bro. It was dope. Classic. Listen, man. I don't know what the fuck Mike did, but at that album, god damn it.
Yeah, Quince. Goddamn. I know. I just put on my story, hashtag he's innocent. You know what I mean? He still got cases out. The guy's dead. Let him be, you know? Let him be. Whether he did it or not, it's a decade ago. You can't listen to Billie Jean or Beat It and not start moving. It's impossible. You know?
It's a good album.
What do you think about people like that? Like, the debate is Ignition, the remix to Ignition. Is it sick? Yeah, it's sick.
Yeah.
So where do you stand with that? He's fucked. He's a straight up predator.
Yeah.
The beat is dope as shit. So
Yeah.
what do you think? Can you separate, especially as an artist, can you separate the art? Like, what if we found out 5 years from now that you've been raping like crazy? Crazy. And you blew up 2 years from now. So 3 years of killing it, and then we found out pre-killing it, you're raping. Would you expect people to be like,
No, well, like, I don't know, man.
enjoy my last special at least? It has nothing to do with like the rape. I mean, like,
No, but I mean, like, I feel like,
that's fucked up. Don't rape, of course.
yeah. No, but I don't know, like, the R. Kelly thing is like fucked. You know what I mean?
He's like straight up. It's amazing the power of a good voice, huh?
Yeah,
Isn't it
bro.
incredible?
Yeah, like he was like, and that's the thing is like the industry knew all that shit. It was like fucked.
They knew about
I can't
Harvey.
listen to R. Kelly no more.
I know.
Yeah, and
I never
even-
put it on. Ever.
Yeah,
bro.
and I didn't even really like him back in the day. I liked
some
Ignition, but man, if now that I can't listen to Ignition, I just listen to Montel Jordan.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just find a substitute.
Yeah, bro. It's not like I don't know, like
It's like if you find out the game is a terrible piece of shit,
Yeah.
you just switch over to Lloyd Banks.
Yeah, go to another rapper, bro. There's so many other people,
Yeah.
right? Like Bill Cosby, man, I'm just listening to more Richard Pryor.
Yeah, yeah, right?
Yeah.
Just shift, you know? That's why you got to always diversify your artistic input, you know? Like
Yeah.
when you find out, because I think it's pretty clear artists are some fucked up people, you know?
Yeah, man.
And now that the light is on, as soon as anybody pops through is in like the limelight,
yeah,
there's a team of people that come together to be like, let's take this motherfucker down.
yeah, 1,000, and that's
Go
like
find every tweet, let's listen to every podcast episode.
well, like I mean, that's why it's like I feel like it's a good thing because it makes artists accountable for their actions. Like you just can't be a dickhead,
Of course.
right? But having said that, it's like the people who are like trying to take you down, they need a balance too. Like you got to relax.
Yeah.
Not
yeah.
everything. This cancel
Louis and
culture's
Harvey are
fucked
not the
up.
same.
It's fucked up.
You know? Like Louis C.K., they're being like, Bill Cosby, Harvey Weinstein, Louis C.K. It's like, how the fuck is he in the list with those people?
Yeah. Yeah, like I mean, Louis C.K. did what he did, and like,
But how is he in a list with a two serial rapists?
Yeah.
Like, how is he in a list with them?
yeah, like it's just like it's not all one brush.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
and
saying?
people are painting it like that. It's fucked,
Yeah.
but whatever. Yeah. Chappelle, did you listen to Chappelle's Mark Twain speech?
Loved it.
Oh man, it almost brought me to tears, bro.
Oh, bro, it's just amazing, and and it made me realize this year too. I'm like, yo, bro, like I just wanna, like I've always like I love stand up, but like stand up can make you bitter, especially in Canada, right? Because the opportunities are so like they're so small, and it's just hard to be seen, and like it's always the same people running the shit behind the curtain.
Yeah.
You know, like it never changes, and like stand up isn't just recognized as an art here, so like it makes you want to do other things. So I was doing music, acting, and I love acting. Like that's my first
You're a
love.
good actor. When I first moved to Toronto, by the way, it was what did you have? Rogers billboards or Fighter or something? You were
Yeah.
in some tele thing.
Yeah, I was like doing Jack FM billboards.
Yeah, I remember seeing you, and people were pointing out, be like, "That guy's a Toronto comic here." Because when I first moved here,
Yeah.
I literally saw that. It was sick to see.
Yeah, man,
Yeah.
and you know, like I
like,
still
sick.
that's still what I want, right? Like that's still what I'm gonna do. But bro, it started making me like not pay attention to my stand up as much. And at the end of the day, man, stand up is what brought me here. I'm a stand up at the end of the day.
Yeah. There's no debate about it when you
There's
hit that
no
stage.
debate about it, bro. And like I want to protect the art form. I want to like represent for the art form. And that Mark Twain speech just showed me it's like, oh fuck, like I can do this.
Yeah, man. I loved it because he was like, you can talk about whatever you want. With people are saying you can't talk about that. No, that's not true.
Yeah.
If you're a good comic, you can tackle any topic, anything you want, you know? Nothing's really changed. It's just 1,800 people on Twitter make it seem like the whole media's changed.
Yeah.
But it's these fuckers that are the angriest and most delusional, that are the loudest and are tweeting the most and are doing the most shit. So you think the whole
And it's
thing's-
usually white people.
Yeah.
That's yeah.
The point is the whole thing is fine. You
Yeah.
can still do exactly what you love.
You can, man. And it's just like, bro, like you have to like you have to understand that like there's a process and there is like a thing that controls the world, but like it doesn't mean that just because you see one thing, that's the vision. It's not just one way. There's so much perception in this world, bro.
And think that one way is like you were saying, that's your comedy cubicle.
Yeah.
Thinking that it's one way. These motherfuckers have to get to the level where they will all come to me.
Yeah.
That's the thing that traps you in there.
Yeah, man, you gotta think outside the box. Think outside the cubicle. Think outside whatever the fuck is holding you down.
And go out there, get your own shit.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. That's all it is, man. Because we're gonna die, bro.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I'm talking about.
1,000. We're all gonna die, man.
Yes.
Like, what are you gonna do in this world? You gonna keep getting mad on Twitter? Or you gonna go fucking live, right?
Right? Go do something, man.
Yeah.
Live your life. Do your thing. I mean, if your passion is talking shit, then keep doing it. You know?
Yeah, man.
If that's your passion, then keep doing it. But
Yeah.
otherwise, it's like we're all gonna die. It's sometimes it's so dismal to bring up to a lot of people, but I have that thought all the time,
Yeah.
dude. I'm just like, fuck it, like,
Bro, nothing makes you live more, I think, than hearing that you're gonna die. Do you know what I
Right?
mean? Bro, you got 3 months to live.
you're gonna
Okay.
go everywhere. You're gonna skydive. Those people that get the 6-month terminal illness, like
Yeah.
you got 6 months, they're fucking right away gone to like Nepal
Yeah.
and Everest. Then they're skydiving.
Yeah,
they're doing all the things, you know.
Yeah, bro, like that. You gotta live life, man.
It's like at Canada's Wonderland, and you just find out it's 30 minutes before it closes.
Oh,
You know, you
Yeah.
quickly try to ride all the rides, but when you know it's open for 6 hours, you're just chilling.
Yeah.
You know, you just go like you just sit on your phone.
sorry, man. But yeah, it's about living life, and like I feel like somebody just told me that. Like my roommate Jarrett,
Yeah.
such a funny comedian.
Jarrett Campbell.
He was like, bro, we're gonna die, man. So I was, and years before that, my best friend, the engineer, he was like, we're gonna die.
Hell
So like,
man.
let's fucking
So ask for that 70,000, bro. We're gonna die.
yeah, bro.
Ask for the 70 G's.
Yo, ask for, dude. Get everything that you want. Go fucking do it. I'm tired of not doing things because I don't think I'm good enough, or I don't think they're gonna give it to me.
Fuck yes, man.
Yeah, man.
I love it. I love hearing that.
Yeah.
What's like if you had to say your goals out loud for the next 5 years, what would you like for like it's a weird like job interview style question, but straight up like artistically, now that I see you like just dipping to tour for a minute. I'm just like, oh shit! Like your next 5 years is like that exponential thing where it's like
what
would you love?
My next goal is to like take this worldwide, to take my comedy not just to the States but like to the UK, just everywhere. Do you know what I mean? Where they, especially where they speak English, right? Because that's how the language they do comedy in. But I want to go everywhere, my man. I just don't want to go to the States, especially right now, like with the shit going on. Yep. But I do understand that that's a place I gotta go because there's a lot of Latinos out there, and I do want to speak for my culture, right? So I gotta go where the Latinos are.
And the business.
Yeah.
Every state has a handful of like clubs and whatnot.
It's business, and I sincerely want to learn the art of acting. You know, I love acting. And like, no disrespect to Kevin Hart, but I want to be like Kevin Hart, but I'm in all the Godfathers.
Okay, I gotcha.
You know
what do you think about Sebastian and the Irishman?
Oh, I thought that was so dope.
That guy went 0 to 100. He's like in nothing, and then he's in the biggest movie of the year.
Yeah, bro.
A big part. That was fucking
big
a dream
part.
come true to see such a hardworking comic like him pull that off. You're like, sick.
Yeah, man. I want to be an actor, bro. I like. Bro, acting.
I love acting too, man. I do a love sketch stuff. I love even serious stuff. I love it, and I'm good at it.
Yeah, you're great.
But I fucking hate the acting industry, like getting cast, lingering in that, just lingering in your little, what's it called? Trailer.
Yeah.
Waiting for your thing and just rinse and repeat. I love acting if I wrote the script and I know the DP and it's like, this is something we're shooting, like the web series I'm doing, that's the best feeling in the world. When you're involved with the whole project, that's the best feeling in the world.
Yeah.
But when it comes to like this when it almost becomes this 9 to 5, it's never 9 to 5.
Yeah.
But when it becomes just like, all right, they're ready for you in an hour.
Yeah.
Just get ready there, and we're gonna send you through makeup again. You go, you get ready. 1 hour, they go, okay. They couldn't get the lighting, so we're gonna wrap for lunch, and then we're gonna get it after lunch. So you can just take the stuff off for now, just so you don't get it dirty. And at 2, we'll come back and check. At 2, they'll be like, okay, they're about ready. So in about an hour, just get ready and go back to make. And you're like, fuck. I mean, what do I do? Do I nap? How do I get into a nap? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, but I don't know,
all
man.
that stuff. But the
I
acting,
love that part.
I like the acting.
Yeah,
it's 90% that.
Yeah, the waiting. Yeah,
it was such a bubble burst.
But I do want to like the stuff that I've created and been working on. I want that to be my, dude. I just want it to be my job. That's my goal. Is that this is my job. I'm constantly creating something. Constantly. Doesn't matter how good it does
Small
or whatever.
It is, yeah.
Just the fact that I'm always creating. Dude, I don't think I'm going to have kids, man. So I might as well keep creating more of me through my art.
Your legacy?
Yeah, man. Like, I always tell my parents, I'm like, they want grandkids, but I'm like, Ma, Pa, like, I'm going to give you guys something bigger than kids. Because kids die.
Shit, yeah. But I'm going to die too.
Right? I'm going to die too.
I'm going to die.
But I'm going to make something that's going to, like, they're going to remember me forever. They're going to remember us forever. You know what I mean?
Bro, I'm certain of it. I don't think of it in the sense of like, there's so many people in the scene where it's like, they're not going to stop.
Yeah.
So it's just a matter just a matter of time. What do you have? Like, would stop and do what? Yeah,
exactly.
Like,
what the fuck am I gonna do, bro?
Right? So you're in it. You put a decade. You're good.
And
the train is going forward, full steam.
And honestly, like I appreciate you saying that I'm like a pro and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, bro, like there's so many comedians 1,000 times better than me. But the fact that like the fact that I believe I can maybe one day get as good as them, that's what keeps me going. You know what I mean? Like one day I could be as good as Dave. One day I could be as good as like
mastering
Rob Pugh. Like that's what it's all about. You know what I'm saying?
Trying to master the craft.
Yeah, man. I want to be a master of it, and it's like that's I speak with those guys, and I'm like fortunate enough to call them my friends now. You know, they're not just mentors; they're like my friends, and even them, they got their dudes that they're trying to be like.
It's always like, and we're always going to be like that. It's not even that
they're trying to be like them. They're trying to move like them. Do you know what I mean? Like they're trying to like feel comfortable with themselves, as much as like a Chappelle would, as much as a whoever would, right? But remember at the beginning of the Chappelle speech where he pointed out that one comedian, he's like
20 Woods, his OG.
Yeah, his OG.
Yeah.
Bro, even he has an OG. You know what
exactly,
I mean?
yeah.
We all have our OGs.
Yes.
Never forget that shit.
Yes.
Never.
And bro,
And the minute that you start disrespecting your OGs, you ain't shit, bro. You don't deserve nothing in comedy.
you know what's hilarious? Remember Louis C.K. came to Toronto?
Yeah.
I caught one of those shows.
Yeah.
He came with Kevin Brennan. He came with Tony Woods.
Oh, really?
And I didn't know at the time that he was Chappelle's OG. And I remember during his set thinking that his comedy was Chappelle-esque. But now I realize that Chappelle's comedy is Tony Woods-esque. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Chappelle got it from him.
That's
Bro,
fire.
One time I watched, I forget what Richard Pryor's special. And Richard was smoking on stage while doing comedy. And he just started gripping the inside. He was wearing a button-up shirt. And the gap between two buttons, he like just hold it as he paced like the rhythm of his bit. And that's something Chappelle does all the time.
Yeah.
I'm just like, we all take from the upperclassmen, you know?
Yeah, man.
It's so sick.
Take from your heroes, bro.
I
Yeah.
love that.
I took so much from Dave, but now I'm starting to become me. And you know what's
I'm
crazy?
still so Dave, bro. I'm
Yeah.
still full. Sometimes I listen to my recordings.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm just doing a pure Dave Chappelle right now.
Yeah, yeah.
Even the tag. I think that was a tag he did at some point. You know, like,
No, oh yeah, dude, Chappelle, like, yeah. But then, like, now that I'm like doing comedy in Canada with like guys who I like Merhej, Pavone, Rob Pugh. Yeah, man, those guys like influenced me like heavy. But then now on the flip side, I see kids doing me. Like kids will do some of the way I do. You know how like the positive crowd work shit?
yeah,
Right?
yeah,
like
yeah.
I see kids
Like I
doing
see
that.
you looking good like this or something like that.
Yeah.
Like Sebastian does that too.
Yeah, like
yeah.
I see people doing that, and I got that from Keith Pedro.
Oh yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right. So like it's all like it's all
It's something you've seen and you're like, okay, like your mind starts putting it together.
yeah.
Once
It
you
just
see
makes it easier. It makes it easier to do stand up because getting up there is scary, bro.
It is.
And to maintain a flow, that shit is frightening. So once you find something that makes you feel comfortable, but you can make it your own, that shit will like, oh, it feels amazing. It's enlightening.
You definitely do. I do get that sense that you have a style up there for sure.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. Like you just, I mean, it's just now I see it now. The more I do it, I even see people like in just the way they enunciate clearly the words.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just little things show you how many years they've been doing it. You know, just like before getting into stand up, I would have never realized how much a misstep or a mispronunciation of a single word fucks up your flow.
Yeah, man.
You know, like you're looking at an eye contact, that audience, and you'll fuck up a word and you'll keep going just because your flow is good. You'll keep going.
Yeah.
And you can see people avert eye contact when you fuck up that one
Yeah,
word.
But
You're
that's
like,
because
"Ugh."
you notice.
Yeah.
No, that's because you're letting them know that you notice. But there comes a point too when you notice, but you don't break. You keep going. So lately, I've been fucking up words or like the flow of how I do it, but only I notice it.
Yeah.
And then the
They don't
audience,
get the feel.
audience doesn't feel me hesitating, so I just keep going, or I acknowledge it.
Yeah, they feel that.
and they love that. Do you know what
If
I
it's
mean?
a big fuck up, you have to acknowledge it.
You have
But
to.
sometimes it's a small enough fuck up where it's like, I think it's better to keep moving.
Yeah, you just
But
move,
that
bro.
moment of hesitation is visible, like you were saying.
Yeah, and
for me.
but it shows in the face, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, it shows in the face. Once the audience smells fear, you're
You're-
fucking done, bro.
Bro, I got booed off stage at Nubian, man. I
Yo,
know
yeah,
about
you
that.
were yeah, you said that. Fuck, dude.
That's what happened. Literally,
Yeah.
they smelled fear and I was done.
Yeah, but those things make you better, bro.
100%.
Yeah,
man.
you could tell someone, yo, I got booed off Nubian.
Yeah.
You know how
I
much
have
of
it
a
on video.
scar that is? That's a
Yeah.
scar, bro. That's a big scar.
Bro,
I bombed Nubian night headlining. People
Oh.
were getting up and leaving.
Why? What happened?
The show was just so long.
oh,
Bro,
okay.
I
It was
was
like
like-
10 comics before you.
A million comics. A million. And Kenny just likes to bury you.
Yeah,
And I
yeah,
love
yeah.
Kenny. Kenny's
Yeah.
the fucking man, but I just bombed that so hard. And if he asked me, do you want to do that again? Probably not. Fuck that shit. I don't want to go through that pain
Yeah.
again.
Oh, okay.
I'll do the Nubian night whenever, but I won't headline it.
Yeah. Fuck.
Yeah.
I'd rather get booed off stage than see a child's head exploded, bro. Okay.
Yeah,
And
bro.
You did that shit at 4, so
Yeah.
that's some
that's
immigrant
crazy.
shit right there.
Yeah, man.
That's fucked up. Well, have you gone around to South America at all? Like, is your Spanish good enough for you to just jump around countries and just be like, feel fine?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
I could talk pretty good. But you could tell I grew up here.
Oh, they would try to sell you shit super expensive.
Yeah, for sure.
Excuse me, senor,
Yeah.
mi amigo.
Yeah, they would know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They smell it on you. You know?
Yeah.
That's fucking jokes, man. Hell yeah, bro. All things are good, man. Like I had a set yesterday, and I thought it recorded, but it didn't. But it was at Absolute Comedy, and I opened up with like just new stuff that how you said a new 5 minutes. I hit them with that new 5 off the top, and man, I just felt such a good flow. Like for the first time, I felt like for minutes straight, I felt, I can't wait for you to stop laughing so I can say the next line.
Yeah, bro.
For minutes straight. I usually have that maybe for 30 seconds. Like I got 2 lines I know are for like minutes straight. I was like, right when you stop laughing, I'm going to give you another one.
Yeah. That's amazing.
Yeah, man.
Dude, it's so much swag. It's so much,
I love
like
it,
Eddie
man.
Murphy shit, you know?
I love it.
Yeah. And then now, bro, I can wear hats on stage. I can dress dope on stage.
Yo,
whereas before I was always scared that it would distract the audience. But now it's
I have
part of
that
me.
fear right now.
It's me though.
I have that fear right now. I'm like, then they'll notice the shirt and they won't listen to my bits.
Exactly, but now I don't give a fuck. I'll go out there in a like leopard print,
And
purple
kill.
Tims, and kill.
Yeah,
bro. Wear glasses. I don't do these.
But you have bits about your swag, so it addresses it.
But sometimes I just go up there like in a blouse, and
like
I don't
it's
even
all you.
I don't even tell that joke.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
And just like you go up there with no hesitation, so they don't think nothing of it.
They think nothing of it. Yeah,
You're right. It all just starts with you and your confidence, right?
Yeah, and then I'll remember to do the blouse joke, and it just makes it better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I don't even open with it.
Yeah.
I'll do it in the middle. Right?
Fuck, dude.
Yeah, I would just be like, oh, by the way, this is a woman's blouse. Big laugh. For no reason. Do you know what I mean? Because the whole time they were like, oh, this guy's,
Blau. What was the, I want to ask you, you said you grinded your mics in Calgary for like 4 years and then you decided to dip to Toronto?
Yeah.
What was the moment where, did people tell you when you wanted to dip, they go, you're not ready yet, man. You're not ready. Did people say that?
I wasn't ready for sure because I was too young and I was like drinking and like I was just making stupid decisions. But I remember in Calgary, it just got really bad with the drinking. So like I had to take a break because I went to rehab and all that shit. But then I came back and just started making money again. Dave Merhej came through town and he was like, yo, bro, you got to go to Toronto because like I feel like they'll understand you more there. And even though Calgary taught me a lot, like how to like do, timing, how to like do your, like stay out. If you have 5 minutes, you do 5 minutes.
Your fundamentals kind of thing.
Yeah, your fundamentals, all the core, the basics, right?
Yeah, okay.
It was my Humber. You know what I mean?
How many mics or stuff were you going up? How many times were you going up a week back then?
Maybe only 2 because Calgary didn't have that
Didn't have
much.
much, okay.
But then I remember me and my boy Chris Griffin and like Jesse Owens and Doug Mutai, like we just started like making our own shows, and the old heads hated that.
Oh, because they're like, stick to the system, you young punks.
Yeah, and they're like, don't be doing shows ran by amateurs. You know what I mean? And I'm
Yeah,
like, but
that
bro, how the
bullshit.
fuck are we gonna learn?
Yeah,
We're gonna wait for your stupid 2
to
shows
grace
every
us
week?
with a guest spot.
Yeah, fuck out of here.
yeah.
So then we just like did it on our own. But then, anyways, so I did that forever, and then Dave was just like, you should go to Toronto, and I like listened to him, and I Mark the Bonus too, like all those guys. So then I remember I was already signed with Yucks, so I asked him for a
Sick.
tour out here.
Yeah.
And I remember like it was super fun. I was doing all these shows. I was meeting Nigel, Andrew Barr, just all the Toronto cats. And my last show was Nubia Night, and I went up and I killed it.
Okay.
Right?
Sick.
And then the next day, like my friend Jesse Owens, I was staying with him. He was like, "Bro, just why are you going back to Calgary? Like, what are you gonna do in Calgary?" And then that's why I was like, "Yeah." So like, bro, I canceled my flight. I didn't even.
That's how you moved?
I didn't even cancel
You
it.
just didn't fly back?
I just didn't fly back, bro. My mom snapped. Yeah, bro, she fucking snapped. She was like, "What's wrong with you?"
I
She was
love
like,
that,
Marito,
dog.
you're not
That's the
ready. Like,
sickest.
but she was like, "You're gonna relapse, like all this shit," and she was right. Like, I did relapse, like right after, because I made like, dude, when in recovery, when you make brash decisions like that, you got to be careful. You know what I mean? Because
How long were you clean when you were like, fuck it, I'm staying?
I think it was 6 months.
Okay,
At
so
that
it's
point.
still like iffy?
Oh, mad iffy.
Okay.
Yeah, mad iffy. Dude, I'm only 7 months now, but the only reason I feel as strong as I do is because I've been through this process.
Yeah,
And
okay.
I'm also an older man now.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? So, like, I
You have the stars. You
Yeah,
know? You have
exactly.
your stripes. You know,
Exactly.
you've
I've
been
learned-
you've been on this road before.
yeah, and that's why I always tell people, don't let relapses, like, hold you down, because at the end of the day, you're still maturing. You're still growing as a person.
Don't let it destroy you like that. It's like going back to smoking. Don't let that destroy your mind. Just know that you're done with smoking.
Yeah.
You may have smoked this one. You're done though.
You're done. Yeah, man. You can fucking do it. But as like irresponsible and like just destructive as that decision was, bro, I'm still here. You know what I mean?
Way more developed than you would. I mean, obviously, this is just speaking hypothetically. But had you stayed, how would you have possibly gotten the level of development? Because you went from doing 2 a week to probably like daily, like
five a night.
Yeah,
bro.
exactly.
Especially when I first moved here, the city was popping.
Oh, I heard it was hot at the Toronto. This was like 2008 to 2010, or when was this?
Well, yeah, 2000. I came here in 2013.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it was still popping like that.
Shit was going on like crazy.
Yeah, bro.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good enough now. Like there's a bunch of things to do every night.
Yeah.
Just because you can't do 4 and you can only do 3 doesn't mean like I gotta move.
Yeah. 1000.
You'll be fine, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes I find myself in such a hurry, bro.
Yeah. Fuck the hurry though.
Yeah.
Like,
and then I'm like, what am I doing?
yeah. Like, I mean, live your life, but don't fucking rush it either. Right? Because then you're just gonna like fast forward to death.
That's why I want to travel. That's why I want to get out of this mindset like, oh, when I'm good at comedy, I'll travel with my touring. No, man.
That was one of my biggest mistakes, bro. I wish I traveled more.
I'm like, there's nothing wrong with taking a week or 2 or longer because I don't have like a corporate job and just fucking going somewhere, you know?
Yeah, bro. And I fucking like, yeah, man. I don't know. Like, I definitely like, I took so many breaks because I had to focus on my self-care. And dude, one of the biggest realities that I constantly have to remember is that without sobriety or self-care, I got nothing. Even comedy is below that. You know what I mean?
Because it all comes from that.
It all comes from that. Without that, I'm nothing, bro. I'm not healthy. I'm not spiritually fit to make people laugh.
Have you done therapy? You've done therapy.
Yeah, I'm in therapy right now.
Was it like a sick move? You probably had therapy when you went to rehab all those times, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's part of therapy or rehab for sure.
Well, no, it's more counseling. But like now I do therapy.
What's the difference between counseling and therapy?
Because like addictions counseling is just like talking about like
your triggers.
Yeah, helping you with triggers and stuff. Whereas like therapy, you talk more than addiction. You know what I mean? Like
you talk everything.
You can talk everything, really. And like at the end of the day, it is a thin line.
Yeah.
It's just like just another tool to talk, you know? Because talking about your problems, bro, it's essential. You need it. Doesn't matter if you have addiction.
It's looked down upon by the immigrant community.
Yeah, my dude, but we got to talk, bro.
Yeah.
We got to talk. We got to be out there. And I'm blessed that even though I come from immigrants, my dad was an AA. So
straight up. Okay.
And he's still a stubborn, hard man. But at least that was there, because if that wasn't there, I probably would have never got help. Because like you're right, man, a lot of Latinos and immigrants don't seek help.
Oh, we look down on that.
Well, yeah, bro, you just continue. You keep going in that destructive path because we do everything our own, right?
To anybody out there who's like on the fence about therapy or anything, what would you tell them? Like, how did it benefit you?
Bro, it changed my life. It changed my life, man. I did AA. Counseling, therapy, even just fucking talking with your boy. You go out and you tell your boy, yo, bro, I'm sad today. You know what I mean? Like, bro, talk. Like my boys were saying, we're gonna die. Do you know what I mean? Like, get it out there. Let all of it out. You gotta talk. And it doesn't matter. And you know what, man? And I just realized the reason why I kept relapsing, and like it wasn't because this like AA or therapy and all that stuff wasn't working for me. It's, bro, sometimes there's just a science in you that makes it hard to be happy. There's a chemical imbalance. Bro, I started taking antidepressants. And it's been 3 months that I've been on antidepressants. I can't imagine going back to without it, because it helped me, bro. It helped me a lot.
I actually I got anxiety medication.
Yeah.
I tried it because I have mad anxiety issues. I don't have depression issues. I have anxiety issues.
Yeah.
And it did weird things to me. The side effects, like meditation for me helps me. I'd rather not be on the anxiety stuff and make sure to meditate every day.
Meditation.
And hit up some CBD. I like CBD. It helps with my anxiety and meditation. Those together do me better than the anxiety meds. And you're right, man. Some people are off chemically. There's a chemical imbalance that's readjusted medicinally.
Yeah.
With antidepressants or whatever that may be, right?
Yeah.
And it works. It's not just like, yo, pills are always bad. That's not the case. It's on a case by case fucking basis.
Exactly. It's all subjective, bro. If you find what works for you, fucking do it. But 99% of the time, talking is always the main thing. Because if you don't let anybody know, then you won't know. Then you won't know how to get better. You won't know what will work for you. Do you understand what I'm saying to you?
Yes.
Like, you need to talk,
hear
bro.
It. You need to vocalize.
You need to vocalize what the fuck is happening inside of you. Otherwise, it's gonna stay in there. It's gonna break you, because your body's constantly trying to, like your body's always wants to be healthy and fresh. But the way that our society works, it's always trying to kill you, bro. Like, your mind is always telling you negative things.
Always.
And that's why...
Especially if you're a comedian.
Well, bro. And that's why, meditation...
Yeah. Oh, that's
fire.
the best thing.
Fire.
And that sounds like... For so many years, I thought it was some, like, hoo-ha. Like, meditate. Yeah, go fuck off, you hippie.
Nah,
blah, blah,
man.
blah. But when I actually started, when I realized what it is, like mindfulness meditation, 10 minutes of mindfulness meditation where you just sit down, you focus on your breath coming in and out and the gaps between breath, and you'll start thinking about stuff, but you have to go back to the act of just focusing on your breath. It's all about going back to your breath. You do that shit for 10, 15 minutes. It's more of the end of that 15 minutes, you feel more fucking free and adjusted and at peace than I can't even explain it. It's almost like the perfect high.
Yeah.
You just clear as
amazing.
hell. I meditate 10, 15 minutes. I'll do a fucking 2-3 minute deep stretch.
Yeah.
And I just walk upstairs, bro. And I'm just... this is a funny example, dude. I have a knife here in this kitchen. I have roommates. And I have a knife. It's like my knife.
Yeah.
And I couldn't find it for weeks. For weeks, I couldn't find it. I'd be fucking looking through the drain all mad. And then one time I meditated. My head was all over the place. And I fucking meditated for like 10, 15 minutes. And then I go upstairs to like make something. And I'm like, oh, I want that knife. And I was just like, you know what? It's probably in that spatula bowl that people put the spatulas in. Maybe one time they cleaned it and it's there. And it was there. For weeks, I was just so clouded up.
Yeah.
And it was one time that I meditated. I went, and the first thing I did, that just was a testament in my mind. Like, holy fuck, am I thinking so much more clearly and critically. After that,
man.
Your mind is
crazy.
just full of garbage from days and weeks and random thoughts. You need to clear it out. It's like restarting your computer and like redoing the RAM. Like the RAM the computer slows down, and when you restart it, that's how you feel after 10, 15 minutes of meditation.
Bro. Meditation is key, man.
Love it.
It honestly is. It helps so much.
What did your therapist recommend besides like meds?
Yeah.
Meditation.
Well,
anything else?
Like, dude, like meds are like the lower scale. That's just to help the chemical imbalance. But if you just do that, like, you're gonna become a zombie.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like,
you
need meditation. You need to be active. You need to fucking talk.
You need to be in the sun.
You need to be in the sun. You need to like constantly
hit the gym.
You need to drink mad water.
Yeah, of course,
bro. For real, like dehydration is a lot.
There's a water in this Corona, but I'm gonna have water. I'm gonna have water later. I swear to God.
Yeah, bro. Water, my dude. Water is like essential. It's the key to life, bro.
Man, that's such a beautiful place to end, dude. Thank you so much, man, for coming over here and literally.
Fuck yeah.
I appreciate you're literally a sweetheart, bro. Like, how do the people find you? Like, plug your shit.
Yo. Follow me on
where you're gonna be.
Follow me on Instagram at No Champagne Motherfucking Poppy, and you can find me out west, Calgary, Saskatoon, Edmonton, Vancouver, Kelowna, all of that shit. I'm gonna just be everywhere, bro. If you look at my Instagram, you'll see all my shows. Every Tuesday, Comedy Bar in Toronto, 9:30 p.m. Every second Thursday of the month, POC at the Ossington, People of Comedy.
That's a ballin' show.
Yeah, bro, it's fucking fire.
You heard it. That's No Champagne Poppy. Champagne Poppy, just like Drake's Instagram handle with a no at front. But as always, I'm gonna put all that stuff in the description. From my end, I'm actually gonna be doing a bunch of shows in San Francisco February 5th to 9th, I'll be in California for a week. I'm going to go do a bunch of shows. I'll put them up on my thing. So check my Instagram if you're listening from the Bay Area, you want to see me go up. And as far as the pod, if you're listening on Apple Podcasts and all that stuff, give it 5 stars, click subscribe, share it, rate it, all that good shit. Thanks so much for listening. Tell your people about the Immigrant Section. Peace.
Peace.